welcome back. Happy New Year. Another episode of the Weekend High Podcast made it into the new year. First episode of the new year. We're gonna hit you with the B-Sides game. I'm your man KZL, my man Big Swag. Swag, what's been good with you?
Man, just fighting a good fight. Still hanging in. No complaints.
Hey, same thing here. I got my Crunchyberry microphone check shirt on. Sorry, brother Tariq. I ordered the wrong damn color shirt. Got the
Hey,
cotton candy. I
I
got the
got a McDonald's.
I got the Papa Smurf mic check shirt on in this month.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look out for that documentary. Microphone Check is a documentary, hip hop documentary that's going to be coming out. I think he said it's around spring. That basically, it's going to give you the origins of hip hop. Start in the hip hop start in the 70s.
Yeah.
Basically, the years nobody really talks about because everybody go right to the 80s, and then Tupac and Biggie died. So
Yeah. Celebrating the 50-year anniversary of hip hop.
yeah, yep. So shout out to brother Tariq with the microphone check. Swag wrote wore his shirt last time. I didn't want to wear mine because I picked the wrong damn color. Picked the Smurfberry Crunch color and shit.
Yeah. You said the oops all berries.
I was trying to pick Gary Blue and white, but then I picked out sassy
Oh, I said the Montana blue.
sassy Huckleberry in this motherfucker. But anyway, still
Montana blue.
represent microphone check, y'all. Go check it out when it drops. I actually contributed to the making of the movie. I put my little dimes, my little twos and fews in with it. So I know Swag did too. So
Yeah,
I want
rub
to see
a
how
couple
it's
nickels
going.
together for the cause,
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't forget to support your boys right here though by hitting that like and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. We don't need it, but it would be good to motherfucker. It would be due. Help a brother out. You know what I mean? Since you're here listening to it, you might as well. It don't cost you nothing.
Just hook us up with one of them blessings.
Yeah, man, coming into the year, man. As y'all see, I ain't freshly cut up yet. I got my old man hat on, my studious Bill
Yeah,
Cosby hat
look like you about to play chess in the park in that mother.
Claire. I knew all I needed that splitter.
Hell yeah. That's the pinochle.
Hell yeah. But a lot of things going on. A lot of the big things going on. Starting the new year has started off hardcore. You see, I put the bat signal up as Swag said.
Yeah. Yes.
It started off with a bang. It just started off with a bang. Shout out to brother Dewan too. I watch his, we watch his channel sometimes. And he do the card readings. He was saying, man, it's a lot of people who gonna be put on blast this year, and it's already starting. You know what I'm saying? We had a brother, your brother, my brother, Katt Williams.
Yes, indeed.
Starting it off, popping it off on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, where he kind of went in. Well, you know what? I ain't a lot of people, really, I guess he went scorched earth, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
man, he went in hard on he went in hard on a lot of people. I guess I guess you couldn't say going in hard. I guess he pretty much put people, spit a lot of truth out there. Now a lot of people saying, media outlets are saying, and then a lot of people he put on blast are saying, it's everything he said wasn't the truth. So it's some truth in there, and then there's some people say it's some exaggeration.
A cap with a grain of salt type thing.
Right. Now when this thing came out, actually, brother Swag put me on. He had sent this to me. I didn't even know it was out. He sent it to me, and I immediately started watching it. I was like, damn. I said, damn, Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay. I gotta see this. But you know what? I didn't know what to expect when I saw it. But so you watched it before me, because I think what you sent it to me, you had already watched it. What was your thoughts when you seen
Well, just like Katt Williams, you don't know which cat you're gonna get. So I mean, I was expecting something more like what what Club Shay Shay normally offers, kind of not necessarily a puff piece, but just maybe a couple of facts that you never heard before, and like a deep dive, something to bring more awareness to the community. You know what I mean? But what I actually got was more than anybody who likes tea can ask for.
Yeah, man. I was thinking that too. I said, when you send this to me, I'm thinking, I was working. I said, I'm gonna throw this on, to pass time, make my work go faster, you
Yeah,
know. Um, and I was thinking it was just gonna be most of the time Shannon, he had people on. He's gonna get into their background. He's getting into the background, what made them, what motivated them.
past
I mean, he
it.
does good interviews. Don't get me wrong, he does good, great interviews. So I
Mhm.
thought it was gonna be more so like that. I didn't know, what I'm saying, he was gonna be on Tupac hit him up side of the game.
So if he shot
I know
you,
he was gonna come hard like that. Now the first person that one of the first people he scorched had to put on blast, put Kevin Hart on blast. And I'm gonna read this. It says, in 15 years in Hollywood, I'm quoting Katt, no one in Hollywood has a memory of a sold out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him or ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He had already had his deal when he got here. So I'm just going just part of it, read a little part of it. You know what I'm saying?
he said
So
a little
basically,
tidbit there.
Cat was saying that he felt like Kevin Hart was a plant. He kind of said, I think he did say that exactly that, but I'm paraphrasing. Um,
Allegedly, gang.
yeah, allegedly. Now, what was your thoughts on when he said that Kevin? Because a lot of the stuff he said, a majority of a lot of the things he said, a lot of people already knew in certain circles. Like a lot of the stuff he said didn't surprise me because I had heard him say it before, or I'd heard other people say it. Um, like brother, what Corey Holcomb, he's, what I'm saying, a lot of the stuff the cat was saying, he been saying. If you watch the 5150 show, then
Yeah,
you pretty much know that a lot of the stuff he said, kind of confirmed some things. But what was your thoughts when when he kind of went ahead and launched the attack on Kevin Hart?
yeah. See, okay. So I'm familiar with the Keith Robinson School of Comedy, and his school is out of the Philadelphia, New York area. So I knew that Kevin came in probably around 2001. But he made his bones over on the East Coast. As far as him coming up on Soul Plane, that was kind of fast because he was doing stand up. I mean, he was in the trenches for maybe 5 or 6 years, and then all of a sudden he was blowing up and was playing opposite, Monique and Snoop and them. I
Right.
can't, yeah, I can't really speak to his ascent once he got to Hollywood, but I know he did go through the channels of the comedy come up.
Right.
Hollywood.
Because I'm like you. I remember when Soul Food came out, it was like, okay, who is this little black ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? But it's like you knew it was. This was at a time, y'all, like younger people who's watching this. This was at a time where when Soul Plane came out, the Hustle DVD dude was still around. You getting
Yeah, yeah,
DVDs,
the
CDs,
barbershop.
right? So Soul Plane for me was just another burnt DVD that I got from the Hustle mate. Like every week he'd be like, "Oh, I got these new ones. I got this Soul Plane." You like, "What's Soul Plane? I ain't never heard of that shit."
I
But
know
you
you
get
got
it and you watch
Soul
it.
Plane, the N1 remix tapes and all them.
Right, right. So a lot of stuff like Soul Plane, it wasn't like pushed. There was no marketing really for it or anything like that. It was something through barbershops and the hustle man who you bought your CDs or DVDs, and people around our age group know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, but remember, Kev had that sitcom, that pilot with Faison for a little bit, Faison Love. But the thing is, when that thing actually popped off, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't even know about it. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like I kind of
Some of
felt
that,
like I remember something like about it, but it's
yeah,
like,
but yeah, some of that stuff I feel like I learned in real time, just researching receipts.
right, like I'm like at that time I might have seen a commercial for the show and never watched it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
oh, that's cool, because it was like this was at the time also. Swag, we gotta let the younger viewers or viewers remember that. Remember, around that time when Kev was getting his little pilot show. Well, I ain't gonna say little pilot show, but let me quit talking. Get
I
this
was
little
gonna
ass
say
show.
some show and shit.
Um, when he was getting this, trying to get his deal and that little show with Faison, the show with Faison and everything. This was around the time, remember, like when UPN was popping and shit. Remember, it was like so many little corny. It was like a lot of black shows, but some of the
Half
black
and
shows
half, stuff like that.
like Homeboys in Outer Space and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff.
Yeah.
I never watched Homeboys in Outer Space. I ain't gonna lie, I never watched one episode of Homeboy. I do remember it, seeing it, but I was like, it was just like at that time, some shows were so extreme. It was just like, I'm a pass. For me, I was like, man, I'm a pass on that.
And quiet as kept during that era, I was already transitioning into what's now is the streaming era because I was getting Netflix DVDs mailed to the home. I had 3 at a time.
Right. This is around. You're right. This is around the Netflix home DVD game, and
Yep.
then the Red Box was really popping,
Yeah.
starting to come into play.
You can still go to Blockbuster, Family Video, all them joints.
All the media at that time. We got to take a mental note, everybody. Was all the media at that time was physical. You could actually go out, purchase it, touch it, physically have it in your home, send it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a stream. It wasn't something you just stream and put up on your phone, or you know what I'm saying? You don't have a physical copy of it. You don't have it physically there, but it's in a cloud. You know what I'm saying? This is before the clouds and shit like that. So yeah, you're right. So really what Katt was saying, back to Katt, a lot of that was true because nobody had heard of Kevin Hart like that. Like I hadn't heard of him. Me personally, I hadn't, to my recollection at that time, I hadn't really heard of him like that. Like until I didn't really hear of him until Soul Plane, and then the little grown ass man. I think that's the first one.
Yeah,
I'm a little grown
so,
ass man.
so like I said, I followed that Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Robinson school. So I was doing a lot of listening to Opie and Anthony on cable radio and stuff like that. So I've actually heard of Kevin, but didn't really know what he looked like until Soul Plane.
Right. Like me, like, yeah, I do like remember, I'm with you. I do remember hearing his name, but I couldn't put a name with a face at the time.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he was his household. He was in there, little big man,
Like even with the pilot for the show, I don't remember him. I remember Faison. You get what I'm saying? Because he was a more recognizable face at that time. That I knew of. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, Faison Love, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because from the Parenthood, remember the Parenthood? He was on there, and
big worm, big perm,
big worm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big perm. So we, you know what I'm saying? Boy, what the fuck you want? No, I'm playing.
He said, you funk with my emotions.
My money. Can I get my chili cheese Fritos? Get out of here, fat boy.
Yeah.
My money. But yeah, man. So that was pretty much true. I don't think Katt crazy or nothing like that. I think he really telling the truth. I just think that it just depends on what path you decide to take. Like if you're gonna choose, not to say that Kevin Hart didn't earn his keep, but I'm just saying if you're gonna choose the Hollywood route, it's gonna look different and look more normal to people than if you a person who like, man, I'm not gonna choose the Hollywood route. I'm gonna choose the independent route, build my own shit up. And then
when you think about that with Katt, the word that makes me come back to is when he's saying when you taking all the shortcuts. And I think there was some corners cut maybe, but it ended up winning for him in the end, but definitely chalks up a score to the validity of what Katt was saying. But with what Katt said, you got to measure with a grain of salt. But he was dropping truth bombs, my bro.
Yeah. No, you're right about what he's saying about cutting corners, because that is the way a lot of older comedians feel about the younger YouTube, not Instagram comedians and shit.
Yeah, the internet comedians.
Right. You're like, y'all funny on doing a little skits and shit, but then when you go to a club and you on a microphone, y'all niggas get booed. Y'all don't got the jokes. You know what I'm saying? You better do the skit on stage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to have that rapid fire power. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who's dabbled and done, I do hobby as stand up as a hobby here and there. Man, you got to have that rapid fire, man. It's a lot of these crowds, man. If you coming in there,
Oh my god, man!
if you coming in there thinking you about
That's
to do
still
some,
some bucket list type stuff.
well, yeah, if you think you about to come in there and do some Dave Chappelle, I'm gonna tell you a story, shit. No, you gotta, you gotta, you gotta build your comedy up to get to that point where you can sit there like Dave and tell
You
stories.
get a whole fable off.
Right. He's earned that right to sit there and tell stories. You know what I'm saying? Dave has earned the right to do that. And a lot of people
Yeah.
think, well, I can just come in and do that too. You know what I'm saying? You can, but you better
Hell
have
yeah.
some notes, man. You better
Quiet
have
as
some
kept,
notes.
Dave kind of getting cooked for the last special. Cat kind of blew that out the water
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
that very reason.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Now another comedian, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, y'all. Another comedian who pretty much had to get that straight bullet, uh, or I'm sorry, stray. Was said, well, I guess it wasn't a stray. I guess it was the stray. It wasn't no stray. Cedric Entertainer.
It is
Now,
collateral damage.
yeah, man, said had some massive damage, man, because it was video receipts dropping all over the internet. They digging up jokes that Meshack Taylor did on designing women. By my initials joke, and they got him doing it, and then they got Meshack Taylor doing it on Designer Women back in like '87 and shit. You know what I'm
It was
saying?
damn
So,
near verbatim, dude.
yeah, he did it verbatim too, man. And I like Cedric Entertainment.
Come on, he even used artistic liberty. That was rough.
Right, man. I mean, I like said. I've been liking said like probably like you since the BT Comic View days, seeing him on Comic View.
Yeah.
Everybody remember the green bean joke. Ain't no more green bean. The lunch lady. He would do the lunch lady joke.
Oh, the lunch
And
lady.
now they said, he got caught up with the bomb initials joke and then Katt's joke with the car. You know what I'm saying? They had that
Yeah.
side by side, showing him doing it at Comic View, and then showing said doing it. Now,
He did leave that. He did take that bite up to interpretation, though. But
yeah, yeah, but you can see the bones of it. You can kind of see the bones of that.
yeah, I
You know
saw
what
the
I'm saying?
cufflinks.
Yeah, you kind of see the DNA on that joke. You know what I'm saying? You kind of see, you know what I'm saying? You could see like, okay, he changed it up here, he changed it up here, he changed. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I
But
see what he
the
did.
formula still stacks up the same.
Yeah, I mean, and joke stealing, it is a thing. Brother Corey Holcomb has talked about it on his show a bunch of times. He as he called him, my Corey Vo's joke stealing ass nigga, or what he call them hacks. You a
Yeah.
hack, you know. Um, hack is when you just terrible up there. You just
Oh
garbage.
man, I'm for real. And if you are like a always reputed joke thief, your career goes into a toilet. Like just like
Yeah,
Dane Cook. Um, I
right.
ain't heard from him in a while.
Carlos
Carlos
Mencia.
Mencia, yep.
Yep, Carlos Mencia. And to some degree, allegedly, Leslie Jones with the Just Niche. Was it Just Niche joke? No, it wasn't Just Niche joke. It was no, my girl Precious from
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dallas, Texas. Precious that be with Kamira White. They got their show
yeah.
on these hoes. If y'all watch that, they comedy sisters. So
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah. Remember, it was said that the brothers this is all alleged. I'm only reading y'all, so don't come
We
for
got
me.
the bat signal
Remember
fine.
that the Kev on stage crew with Tony Baker and what's the other dude, other brother, I can't think his name.
Got to hear.
Here that they, got the joke from Precious, heard her tell the joke, recycle, then gave it to Leslie Jones, you know what I'm saying, allegedly. So, you've been hearing, I'm just giving that example. We're just giving that example as an example of, recent time in the
Yeah,
last couple of years, you've been seeing jokes, jokes still here and there starting to come out, where it was more so, I guess, an underground thing. Um, And even what's that brother Corey Holcomb on this last show on 5150 said he stole a damn joke. So in his early days, he said he couldn't
Hey,
remember.
he gave it up.
Yeah,
Even Ed gave it up. It's like, hey, come get your bread. I got you.
yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, man, because we all done stuff when we
I
were
mean, that's
younger,
wonderful.
but it's
Like I've been hearing some of these comedians saying, you be thinking you came up with an idea, and then when you write something, it's based on something that you heard in the back of your mind in somebody else's show, and you totally go in your own direction on it, and then it comes out that you was writing from the same source material type deal. I mean, I'm sure it happens just like in music. You know,
well. I was gonna say it can happen with observational jokes, what they
yeah.
call observational jokes. That's why Cat Williams. Now I'm talking about. I've heard. I'm gonna let you hit back with it. But let me throw this in real quick. I heard an interview with Cat Williams when he was saying that his jokes are hard to steal now because as he developed, all his jokes are actually about his life and experiences. So
Yep.
when you make carve jokes out of your own life experiences, it's hard for somebody to come behind that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, I was saying that even in jazz and music where improvisation happens. I mean, you'll get a lot of that. I mean, you got your staple of licks from like your Mount Rushmores, your Miles, your Birds, but then you got different interpretations. And then you might be playing with a guy practicing every night, and y'all practicing the same lick, and it might sound the same in the show. It's just weird like that. I mean, those kind of coincidences happen.
Yeah. I remember a time, guys, that somebody accused Swag of stealing a little ditty one time. I was gonna bring it down. They said Swag, a brother we
He
knew.
said you can have that motherfucker. I said, nigga, it's mine. Fuck you
Oh,
mean? You went there. He opened that store right on up, didn't he?
yeah, in the jazz suit, he stole a little. I used to talk back in the day to Rachel. He stole a
Yeah, man.
little ditty from me and whatnot, man. I had
Hey,
a little
he
song,
was
the little
cool as a
woo wop,
fan,
woo
but
wop.
he was more unstable than Cat, man. I miss that nigga though. Hey,
Hell,
I seen that cat at Walmart one time, and he acted like for a second he stopped himself from running to give me dap. Then he remembered that he was upset.
yeah, people, man, people. I mean, people. You know what? I'm gonna tell a story, but since I threw you under the bus on that one, I'm gonna throw one myself under the bus. Let me heave myself up under it. It was a time that somebody stole a joke from me. I had did a little set one time, and actually this is one of the first sets I ever did. It might have been, yeah, actually it was my first time or second time getting on stage. And I had went up, man, and literally right after I got off the stage, the next person came up and did my same exact damn joke. And the people was like, hey, the dude who did the entire joke. I swear to God, I swear on everything. And because you could tell he was nervous, he was younger than me. And the funny thing when he came off stage, I didn't really get too mad because he was, he's a younger dude than me. But I was like, hey man, yeah, man. I said, yeah, that's not a good idea, man. Don't try to do my joke after I just do. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know what to say. He said he didn't know what to say. He couldn't think of nothing. And I said, well,
Oh,
damn.
he was in
But
straight survival mode.
I'm talking about literally, I had just got off I think it was my ending joke I had, or my middle ending joke. He made it his first joke.
Oh, he opened up with your closer.
Yeah. And he opened up my closer. I was like, hey, I'm still trying to, get used to doing this, and I'm still trying to, kind of grow my jokes and stuff and see how they hit people, see what hits, see what don't. And I'm like, damn, this dude just go right up on me and just take my shit. You know what I'm
Hey man,
saying?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Your comic style was funny, man. It's funny as hell.
Yeah,
I
man.
still like the Martin Luther King flyer.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. You know what? I
Kobe was playing the D.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was a joke I had to talk about.
Yeah, I
Everybody
know.
had flyers. Y'all don't remember when they all had flyers and they had all these club flyers. They would had the club flyers for people who was dead, and I was like, well, damn. I said, damn, next they got the damn there to fly with Kobe and Martin Luther King on that mother. Yeah, like I said, man, you know what? I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to hit the. I was thinking about that too. I might be hitting the stage again, coming soon to a city near you. You know, just trying some more new jokes. I've been doing a little writing lately, but back to our brother Katt here, man. Another person, he had a long list, man. I got this. I mean, this is really like a Tupac's. You know what I'm saying? Hit him up joint.
Manifesto. I'm telling
His Harvey Weinstein he was probably dead on with that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know dudes, he's out there. He on that.
yeah, he
He
ain't
on
say
that shit.
allegedly or nothing, did he?
Yeah, he on that shit. Steve Harvey, you know what I'm saying? We known about Steve Harvey because remember when him and Steve had a joke off. He had said Steve had that fake toupee. He said, remember, he said he goes into the barbershop, he waits till everybody leaves so they can pull down the shades and they can mix the shitty. Remember, I don't know if y'all ever seen that joke off. And when Katt did that joke about Steve Harvey having the toupee, because remember, we all thought Steve Harvey had the remember what dude said on Cashman, get the Steve Harvey line, and everybody want that Steve Harvey fresh
Ooh,
line.
it's
And
crispy
little
line.
did we know that was Beijing, like a mother, or it was a unit. That nigga had a unit on his head. So it's like Steve Harvey has always been bald. Because I was thinking that. I was like, how did he lose his hair so fast? Remember
Yeah,
one
man.
day, it's like literally, if y'all go back, I swear, if y'all please go back, look up these receipts. Steve Harvey he had a high top fade, the business box. That nigga had the business box. And then literally the next time you see, like usually if you have a business box, your hair got to go down. If you're losing your hair, it got to go down.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you have the time with the little island in front, and then you
right.
just
You go,
open up the George Jefferson. Yeah,
I mean, you go from a business box to at least a low cut. Then you start seeing it thin. This motherfucker went from a business box to ball, like it wasn't a fresh ball. It was like Mr. Clean ball, like he ain't
yeah,
had
Mr.
hair on that
Potato
shit.
Head, as they said.
Right. Because when you first go bald, you still can see patches where your hair grow and shit. And when you see this nigga, top of this nigga, it's just clean, like Mr. Clean, like he ain't nigga, I've been balding my shit for years. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Katt was right on that. Steve Harvey did had that piece of cake on his head. And,
Black Velvet.
the devil's food unit had nigga had a hostess devil's food. Nigga had a
Yeah,
Susie Q on his head.
Susie Q cake and shit.
Yeah, Susie Q. Give me the Susie Q. Hold the cream, man.
Oh, the cream.
He put the cream on his teeth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Steve Harvey, man.
Yeah,
Why? He blow when he talking shit.
he
But
said, now everybody scream. He said, motherfucker, you scream.
yeah, man.
Hey, that Titanic bit though, that was a good one. That's the bit that I always taught to Steve. That
Oh yeah,
Titanic
and then the eye, he's hey man. You remember he was saying he was Bush Lewis eye that got hit by it. That was his crown and glory joint on Apollo growing up. Y'all probably don't remember that, but he used to do a joke about. Now I don't know if he stole that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
said
heard
that's
nobody
what kept
say
the
that.
family fed. He
Right,
said,
but
Cooler Gang would have been unplugging shit. that was my
yeah. But I think and he said, another person who got hit, you a big fat Faison lie. You know what I'm saying? That was another one. I don't know why, but like, hey, like it was Faison, we seen him when he beat that dude up at the little airport. But Katt got the money for the bodyguards. Katt, you better have Faison might try to get a hold of you.
He might airport his ass.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I
Don't
was
forget about Ricky Smiley though.
yeah, he did go hard on Ricky Smiley, man.
Yeah, he kind of went the worst on him until he got to Steve.
Yeah, he did. He went hard, and I feel bad because I heard Ricky Smiley's response, and Ricky Smiley then lost his son. So it's like you could tell he didn't even come at him in a place of anger. He, what I'm saying, for his response and everything.
Man, quiet as kept, nobody did, man. And ain't nobody called him to account for what you saying. They just like, look, man, let the hate
Well,
go.
you know what? Sid tried to go gangster. Remember?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Sid said, "I'm a grown ass man, dog."
It's too late.
He
It's
said,
too late for him, man. The receipts
he,
is out on him. He had
I'm
no clue.
par-
He's backed into a corner.
yeah, I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying, he said it's not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. Type, you know what I'm saying? He was saying this, yeah,
Oh,
if you
that's
want to
get
be on,
your ass
I'm
beat tight.
paraphrasing. If you want to be on some fisticuffs, then ain't go the way you think it's gonna go. That's kind of what he said.
And I probably agree with that, but that's neither
Um,
here nor there.
yeah, man. I mean, I just think, you know what, Cat Williams doing what he was doing is kind of like a reset button. I think it's a reset button and exposure to a lot of BS, that goes on in Hollywood. A lot of people. Hey, the best part, what he was, said he was protecting his virgin asshole, the whole time. Meaning, they, even if you man or woman, they trying to get you on their casting couch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Either they trying to get you on the casting couch, or if you're a man, they trying to bend you over that motherfucker.
hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It was like a layered. It was like a
So
layered show because like he did a lot throwing people under the bus, but there were just as many Easter eggs in what he was saying, alluding to the way the construct is set up. It was crazy.
right. Right, Hollywood's construct. Because that's why he was saying Kevin Hart was a plant and certain people was a plant. Jay Z. Did he
Yeah.
mention Jay Z? I think he mentioned him too. Um, and people been saying that about Jay Z though. Because think about it, the main person who helped Jay Z become Jay Z, who's Dame Dash, regardless whether you love, hate him, whatever, he don't even got no respect for the man. You know what I'm saying? They act like Dame Dash never existed. And Dame Dash put on a lot of people in Hollywood, including Lee Daniels. He
Hmm.
funded Precious, his movie, and didn't pay the brother back. We've all seen those videos on YouTube with Dame Dash confronting him like, dude, where my money at? He said, you didn't even invite me to the premiere of the damn
He said,
movie.
"Run that nasty brand, please." He said
Right.
he
He
was
didn't invite him to the
executive
premiere.
producer.
So Dame Dash is kind of like a new Clarence Avon out here. No disrespect to brother Clarence Avon, rest in
Godfather,
peace.
Black Godfather.
Right, because that's what he was doing. He was funded a lot of stuff on the low. People was coming to him to get connections, and
Mm.
that's the kind of thing I'm hearing and seeing with when you watch those Dame Dash interviews. That's what I get. Like, damn, I didn't know how Dame had nothing to do with that. I didn't know he had nothing to do with that. You
Yeah,
know, um, and I think the reason why people kind of distance themselves from like people like Dame Dash or Cat Williams is because, or Corey Holcomb even, is because regardless of how funny we think they is, it's a lot of truth to what they saying. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That whole disruptor class.
Right. Patrice O'Neal, is part of that too. Dave Chappelle's part of that to a certain degree.
Yeah,
You know what
Dave
I'm saying?
Chappelle. Yeah,
He just made it cool. That's the only thing. he just made it cool where he still get, but he had to, but think what he had to go to get his bread and he had to leave the industry, remember, and leave the 50 million on the table and do all of that. So
yeah.
um
But according to Cat, allegedly, it was more like they owed his ass 200 million, but
mm,
only tried to give him the 50.
hmm I can see that. I could definitely see that. So like he said when he was doing, Dave said when he was doing the show, it used to feel like they was laughing with him. Now I feel like they laughing at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's a different feeling. Um, so I think that's good. I think that's a good sign for 2024 to come in with some truth. Sometimes truth can be very disruptive. It can be hurtful at times. It
it's
can hurt
scary
people.
in some
Yeah,
instances. Yeah,
yeah. So it can be pain to come out the truth. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Hmm.
Any kind of change that you got to go through that change stage, and then once it's out there, then it's like, oh, I feel free. It's off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to sit here in front and lie no more. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know. You know what I'm saying? So now from here, I can only go up, rehabilitate my image, or what I'm saying, put myself in a better light or whatever, or become a better person, work on myself as a person.
Hmm.
Um, So it's sometimes truth. Truth hurts sometimes. And
Yeah.
sometimes the people that's delivering the truth, they're not trying to deliver it to hurt you. Now, Cat Williams' case, some of them people he was trying to.
Oh yeah, it came with all the sharp edges. You gonna swallow this truth.
um, but sometimes it's from a good place, just like in simple terms, like you're around somebody or you got something on your shirt or your breath is kicking like kung fu and nobody tell you. You're like, damn nigga, you could have gave me a piece of gum.
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
tell me. You know what I'm
Gave me
saying?
the
Like, well, I thought you knew it was dark. You know what I'm saying? No. And sometimes when you tell people that, they could take offense to it, like, oh man, you talking about, be sensitive about it. Like, oh, it depends on how you deliver it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I ain't know my or you like, damn, nigga, your breath stank like a motherfucker. Or you could be like, or you just hey, just give him the gum and don't say nothing.
Hey man,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
hey, you were the true friend, man. When you're around a mixed crowd, and then you get pulled off to the side, say, "Hey man, you kind of funky."
Right, exactly.
Ooh,
But it's there to help you. In those cases, it's there to help you. We're supposed to help each other stay on point as brothers anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I
shout
got
out,
something in your
Lord.
teeth. Right, you got something in your teeth. People just letting you go around with the shit all in your teeth. You got a booger on your nose.
Yeah, yeah, you got some shit up in your beard.
Right, you got a piece of ham sandwich in that mug.
some mayonnaise or
You know what I'm saying? You had some hottie sauce last night with some chicken
oh,
nuggets.
my hot sauce.
Hottie sauce. You know what I'm saying? So now later caught in that bitch. Green apple now later in the shit. You don't even see it. So I think overall, as far as my impression of the Cat Williams interview, and he had a part two. He just recently did with Willie D, brother Willie D, from the Ghetto Boys, and he kind of addressed, the Ali Sadiq. That's a local. He's a comedian who's out of Houston. I'm
Yeah.
not a big Ali Sadiq fan or whatever. I ain't got no hate towards the brother. Do your thing.
Hey,
Um,
I like him. He a little um I don't know how to put it, so I ain't gonna say. He kind of has a lispy drawl. Would you hear him? I like him, but Cat did give it up to him. He said it's a fine comedian being a
yeah,
story.
yeah, he did. He did. He said he's a fine comedian. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I feel like the dough didn't quite prove before this interview. And then at the end of it, he did kind of go in and Willie D said, "Man, you asked the worst questions out of
right.
all."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he rehashed the sister from the sister from V103. He
Well, yeah, but I think what killed Willie D though, he started out Cleveland, Ohio, and that's Steve Harvey City. Remember? Right?
oh he said, so you from Cleveland, Ohio.
He said Dayton. He said I'm in the Cincinnati area. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh,
Willie
okay,
ain't got
I
his
was getting wondered.
see, you know what? After Cat did that Shannon interview, remember, because even in the Shannon interview, uh, Cat was impressed by Shannon because he said, "Damn, you did do your background check." He said, remember that?" And
Yeah,
then
he
you go
did
to Willie
his
D,
homework.
and Willie D don't even know where the fuck you from.
Oh man, then he called me because he said he's from the op city. You feel me?
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah,
So yeah, man. But shout out to Willie D, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
In
I
the
mean,
Ghetto
he
Boys.
still gave it a college try, and then
Yeah.
I thought it was honestly, I felt like it was too soon, but for the type of interview it ended up being, it didn't take any momentum away from the one he did with Uncle Shay Shay.
No, no, it didn't. I still like. I think the Shannon interview was. I mean, of course, it was more. It was 3 hours long, man. It
Yeah,
was.
and then to circle back to the Shannon interview, that Harvey Weinstein story that Cat told, that was that was uh that was validated
Yeah.
by Gary Owen. He said on his podcast that
Mm,
that happened like that same movie.
yeah. So I see. That's what I'm saying. Chris Tucker. Um, he said. He said Chris Tucker that we have now was Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Oh yeah. Did you hear about the list that came out? They finally broke out the list, the
Yeah,
Epstein Island list. That's a whole different pie, but
got in on Diddy too. I mean, Michael Black. Hey, he said most comedians don't get booed enough. That's how you. He said that's how you end up with Michael Blackson, who was a real African doing a fake African accent. He and you know what? That is true. Michael Blackson don't even have a. He is doing a fake African accent.
Oh
He's
yeah, he been here too long. He probably
yeah.
talk.
He got a Philly accent. He's some dude. He's
Yeah,
from brothers from
he
Philly,
probably,
man. Like
sound like Meek Mills and shit.
yeah, when you hear him talk regular, when you hear Michael Blackson talk regular, you like, oh, okay, he don't really talk like that, mother sucker, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Yeah,
that's his
when he first
character.
came, it was tried and true, but he been around
Mhm.
too long.
We thought it was when he first came because remember he was wearing the big African medallion
Yeah,
chains
the
and wearing the
sheikies and shit.
right dashikis and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
He's a
and then
dope
remember what
business
Cat
guy.
said. Remember what Cat said? Kind of what I should say alleged. Cat kind of hinted at Michael Blackson stole his style because remember he said something. Didn't he say something about him wearing dashikis and now how he dressed? Like he
Yeah, he
dresses.
said, yeah, man. He said you gotta wear some more contemporary. Basically, put his style on and then got hated for it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So. I mean, yeah, man. Cat Williams. Shout out to Cat Williams, man. I'm looking forward. I'm actually looking forward to. I'm going to go see Cat Williams this year in the dark. The new. I think it's the Dark Matter tour is the newest one. But
Yeah.
if it's not, whatever tour is coming, I know it's coming in the spring. I'm going to it, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know how it was because I know. I went to the one last year too. We went. We went last year to see Cat Williams and Mark Curry tore it up. I think I told you that, Swag. Mark
Yeah.
Curry tore that motherfucker up. Like I'm talking about. You know what? If I gotta be since it's the Cat Williams era, we gotta keep it all the way 1,000. He was funnier than Cat, man. When I seen him last year, I'm gonna be all the way real. Not saying Cat Williams was not funny, but I'm talking about by judging the audience applause and how hard I laughed and was I in tears crying? I was crying damn near in tears on Mark Curry's set. Now when Cat did his set, I laughed. But I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed. I was like, damn, I was kind of disappointed on Cat that I
Hey
expected him
man,
to be.
but now looking back at it, because that one the one he did in Jacksonville,
Mhm.
the one right before quarantine, that was some of Cat's best work since the Pimp Chronicles.
Yeah. Oh
And
no
then that
doubt.
World War III tour that he did, and I sound like that's the one you went to.
Right, where he's talking about the chicken wings,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
chicken wing shortage. Yeah.
See, I think he has some shit going on, and I think that Club Shay Shay interview probably helped him unburden. And I think we might be able to expect some primo cat again.
That's gold swag because that's exactly right. I was thinking that. I was like, maybe because it's coming out of the pandemic, we coming out of a pandemic.
Yeah,
He don't, but I'm gonna tell you, man. I mean, this is honest facts. If you was there, I mean, because it was like a big contrast. It was like Lunel, she was good. I like Lunel. I like me some Lunel. I like some auntie every now and then. Um, when they said, "Oh, Mark Curry here," when I first heard Mark Curry was on the show, I was like, "Oh, Mark Curry," hanging with Mr. Cool. I love Mark Curry.
yeah.
I see him do comedy before, but it was just like an afterthought. Like, "Oh, Mark Curry," I know he gonna be funny.
He
You know what I'm
can't do
saying? I know him a
that.
lot.
Blaze your saddle, didn't he?
You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the comedians we grew up knowing and stuff. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, like
laugh.
the
But
Sinbads and
I
them.
wasn't
Yeah,
expected. I had never really experienced Mark Curry stand up. You know what I'm saying? I experienced like I seen it on TV, but I'm talking
yeah.
about when
But
you
but but
there,
since we started taking comedy real seriously, no, not since
right,
then.
dude. I'm talking about, and then so when you hear Cat say Mark Curry helped me beef up some of my jokes, and he helped
Yeah,
me, you know
punch
what I'm
some
saying?
shit up. Hell yeah, that's
That's
high
the nigga to get to
esteem.
do it,
That
bro.
is high esteem.
I mean, look, I'm talking about it was people sitting next to me or people I knew that was in the arena that wasn't expecting Mark Curry to be that fuck because it was people sitting there. Like, you could hear people saying, "Damn, this motherfucker funny as hell." Like
Yeah,
he got
like
me
where you been at?
right. Like you could hear people surprised. Like, damn. I mean, people was. I'm talking about gut, your stomach hurting, laughing, tears
Doing
coming out
crunches.
your eyes. Like you
That
ready to go, like you ready to just go, just walk out the stadium. You laugh as hard. Like, let's go. Like I'm telling you, if you get a chance to check out Cat Williams too, family out there in the internet on the airwaves, go check him out, man. Make sure you go to the show that Mark Curry is on because I don't know if they interchange, but if he got Mark Curry on that bill, or go check out Mark Curry by himself. But if you hear Mark Curry, I'm telling you, he is it's
Say,
way
"Win,
funny.
what treat?"
Get that hanging with Mr. Cooper shit out your head. I'm talking about this dude. I'm for real. I'm talking about only other comedian who really made me laugh like that is Katt, of course. Mike Epps, when I see Mike Epps live, anytime I usually see Mike Epps, I'm crying laughing. Um, but man, Mark Curry, I'm telling you, one of the best, man, for real. He the real deal. But moving right along, y'all, we're gonna switch it up a bit.
Hey,
B-side
press like
with
and
y'all.
subscribe, please.
Yeah,
Master
hit that like
like
and
and subscribe.
subscribe for your boys. We ain't gonna be here too much longer, man. We got a couple more stories to hit you with. Keep your attention span while we can.
While
Uh,
we got you,
yeah, man. Your boy, our brother, is in the news. Jonathan,
him third
crying
eye
John,
blind ass nigga.
crying ass John, my brother, your brother, our little brother,
Brother
man.
Tick, Atticus.
Tick, Tick is in the news again, man. He got that sentence, of course. I got to do it, man.
Oh
So
no!
I had to bring him up. I had to bring him up out of the archives, man.
Oh, why you take him down in the paint, both feet?
I just had to refresh our memories because remember we talked about that. I didn't like them pictures.
And them niggas here from whence he came type
Yeah,
shit.
but this picture was in his height. He was at his height. He was getting every movie role. When he came out with that, we had did a show about that, y'all, and they were saying, well, he's dressed like an anime character, but I was feeling on my side like, man, they got him. You know what I'm saying? They got him bent over the casting couch. You know what I'm saying? Because this
Oh,
dude, Jonathan, he got that, he got his 1960s civil rights face. He got that March on Selma face. He got that your great 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 granddaddy face. He got that damn that nigga related to me face.
the first
Um,
black landlord face.
he got that old archives face. Um, he got that I knew Barry Gordy face. But he
He
got
said,
that I knew
"Not
Quincy
gonna
Jones when he
tell
was
me."
16 face and shit. But he at that time I was saying like, okay, why they beefing bro up to be this sex symbol? I said that was gonna be his fall because I'm like, anytime that the picture on the this is how we judge this. I know this is probably PC fucked up, y'all, but hey, take it as a joke then. Anytime America, the little white girl in America puts a black guy on her wall, and she had, what was my man who was hot for a minute? Shia LaBeouf. She had Shia LaBeouf on that motherfucker for a minute, like Shia, yeah. Then all of a sudden, get that motherfucker off wall. Put Jonathan Majors up here. Once that happened, that's the end of it. That's the end of your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it always happens. They try to trip up a lot of times when we get too popular to the dominant society, or we starting to look a little too sexy, or Denzel, what is it? He was the finest man, the people's finest man of the decade, or some shit, and they was trying to come from Denzel a little bit after that shit too.
Trying to film himself.
Yeah, they didn't really like that because remember they tried to get him on the backlash of saying he doesn't like to do sexual scenes with white women. They brought that up like, oh, you don't like, what I'm saying? They was trying to get him at that time. Remember that shit
Yeah,
because
that was
he said
pre-cancel culture, and
he
yeah,
said because of his wife, he don't do sex scenes. You notice he don't really get into
he
advanced
only
sex
kiss on
scenes.
camera. Yeah,
Right. So I guess it was it Ricochet? I think was the movie. Remember the white babe was trying to do it to him or some. It was some movie where
yeah.
his
He used to
co-star.
that movie with Angelina Jolie. It was like,
That's it. That's it. And
the bone something.
yeah, Bone Collector.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and he got a little backlash for that. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to come. Oh, they were kind of slightly trying to say he was on some you know how they try to say reverse racism, which there is none. You
Yeah,
can't,
yeah. That was the
um,
term that they
you know
coined
what I'm
for that
saying?
right
So
there. Yeah.
I knew when I seen Jonathan Majors, starting to climb up the ranks, and he was on all these like American movies about Air Force and Army and all this shit. Remember, then he became the Army spokesperson.
Oh man, I think that might have been the straw that pushed it, man.
When that he's like, you and I'm this and I'm that, and it's such a great thing to be in the
Oh
Army.
man, that was
Hey,
one
he,
week.
he had the thespian voice on and shit, and all of a sudden
Yeah, he was
when
in
I
this
seen
little
this Ebony.
cistern bag. I think he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, when I seen that Ebony article come out, I said, man, he on his way on that episode. Y'all could go back to Weekend High
Oh yeah, you was
archives.
thinking. I was caping hard. I was caping hard, and you
That's
was
okay,
thinking. You was
because you was
thinking.
like, you know what? See, what made you Cape Hard, and I ain't even mad at you. What it was is from Lovecraft Country. I know that's your shit.
Well, that and I was familiar with the character who he's playing. I knew it was an artistic adaptation,
Oh,
but
on the anime.
I knew that was more of the person who was taking the picture, and he might have not been really wise to what was happening.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bad look. I said, as soon as he did that,
He had
I
the duck
said,
lips going.
they got it right where they want them. They got as soon as they make you. One thing about it, you have to look. You know what? I don't know why. I don't know. I'm gonna ask you this question: why don't more young black actors now? It looked like Michael B. Jordan. I don't. Well, nah, he did this little suspect shit too. I mean, him and Jonathan Majors took them pictures hugging together and all that weird shit.
Yeah.
But why don't more brothers? I'm gonna ask you this: why don't more brothers follow the Denzel Washington path? You notice Denzel never did no. It don't seem like he did no sucker shit.
No, because brother Denzel got conviction and he doesn't have fear. Because even in that ebony shoot for Jonathan Majors, he probably was uncomfortable with the whole thing. He said, "Well, at least let me put my Scully on." Put that picture back up. That's
Okay,
what he looked like.
at least let me put my Scully.
Because that don't fit in with the character. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said, "Man, at least let me wear my Scully, man."
he got the. Then they
No,
got the.
but
They got
see,
denim
Denzel
hoodies.
came from that. It was Denzel. They was all in the same company. Denzel, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. All of them, and they don't come up taking no shit.
Oh, definitely not Samuel L. Hell no. This
No,
is
none
remember
of them.
remember he as a student
Wesley
at
Snipes
Morehouse
was in that
College.
company too.
Yeah, remember Samuel as a student at Morehouse College. He sat on the college president's desk and they did a lock in. What
Yeah,
Martin Luther King or some or Jesse Jackson, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but um, yeah, man, they never Samuel and them they never really do no suspect
but
like
yeah, we talking the first generation after the people who was down there freedom fighting in the '60s though too.
yeah.
So, the people these days, they're a little bit far removed from that. And with them parents not being down there because their parents were trying to make it for them, they just really not inclined to that line of knowledge.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. It just seems like, now that I'm thinking about it, Brother Jonathan, he just been getting emasculated, or he's been letting himself get emasculated a lot from the Ebony shoot that we just showed you. Also, him crying and apologizing in the new interview he just did. And when he really wasn't in like I don't like brothers and I don't like us apologizing when we ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's a man is running from the lady and he getting an assault charge.
Yeah, if he's still gonna play the game and he
Yeah,
acted like can make himself cry on demand, he might as well go ahead and show some contrition.
I
I don't
mean,
like it. I don't like it. But if he's still gonna try to play the game and try to get his marbles together, I can see why he would do that. Not caping. I'm just saying I can wrap my head
no,
around.
I see what you're saying, but see, that's the thing. The thing is, remember, a kiss ass gets no glory. You know what I'm saying? So you already in a fucked up, you know what I'm saying? A kiss ass don't get no love and no glory. So they didn't already struck you down. So kissing ass now ain't really gonna help you. What would help you is that you get your real fans. You say fuck this, fuck that. I'm gonna stand on what my beliefs, and my real fans, or as we say, the grassroots. They gonna hold me of the streets. The streets got me.
Hey,
It's
hey,
gonna help you stand.
hey. So, how do you think
You know what I'm
Major
saying?
felt when he doubled down on the Coretta metaphor?
Yeah, I was getting to that. I'm glad you brought that up. Hell yeah, because that's like he didn't. That's what everybody getting on him for, really, man. Because he mentioned it twice. You wanted the white. As you wanted the white girl to be Coretta Scott. You like, I want her to be more like Coretta Scott King. Then you saying make it good. She like Coretta Scott King. Did he just got a fetish for Coretta Scott King? Like, did he look at her pictures
No,
and be like,
I think he was trying to talk metaphorically to his accuser, but then he kind of doubled down with the I found my Coretta. But basically, never mind. I'm not gonna go
no,
there.
no, 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 I'm not.
No, no, I'm
Not.
not going there. I'm not going there.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I was gonna say he had bad writing. Whoever's writing his speeches just couldn't think of shit. You know what we're gonna use? Let's Coretta Scott King, bro.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I
Like,
was
come
going
on,
somewhere.
man.
Not, I
Like,
was
how
going
you gonna?
somewhere not savory, probably.
And that was a mistake anyway. Now
Yeah,
listen,
I mean that made the cringe even more than the tears, because the last interview like this was R. Kelly's, and them tears felt different.
right? That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot. As far as being a black man in Hollywood or in the public eye, man, you got to stand on something, man. You can't all. To me, it's like this. When you just go along with to get along, like brother Kwame Brown say, to go along to get along. That don't separate you. That don't make you a hero. That don't make you. You know what? You know why people still talk about Tupac? Because that motherfucker didn't conform to shit.
Yep,
He and it.
and he
You know what
went
I'm
out being
saying?
a martyr. He went out being a martyr.
That's what I'm. But and the thing is that had he still been alive, he was still not about to bow down to that. Tupac wasn't about to get bent over nobody's casting couch in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And I know
It
he
wasn't
didn't get
happening.
bent over. Right. I know he didn't. That didn't happen. So I'm saying that when
But
you
the country has a knack for taking those people who have no waver in them. I
Mhm.
mean, it's just going back to Dr. King and Malcolm X. I mean,
Yeah.
and they make it look like an inside job, but that Tupac shit was probably the same shit. Same thing with Nip, because he was on some other shit too.
Yep. Anytime you come with that real shit, you standing on shit, we got to get you up out the paint.
I mean, now I know some went out to mayhem like some of them Memphis rappers, but like
Mhm.
when you was really talking about something, I
Oh yeah.
mean, yeah, man.
Oh yeah. When you really standing on some knowledge and standing on some truth and speaking truth to power, yeah, they want to get your ass up out the paint. Whether that could be by death, that could be by white women. Unfortunately, that could be by getting your resources, like Kanye West depriving you of resources. We're gonna
Yep.
take your money away, and guess what? Oh, not only we gonna take your money away, you can't bank here. You know what I'm saying? Making up rule,
Yeah, your money ain't
they
good here no more.
they make up I'm white and I say so rules. You know what I'm saying? Shit that just don't make sense. That like that. That was I'm white and I say so. Like when has Murdoch dude, Murdoch stole a bunch. I'm sure right now there's a bunch of banks that will line up to let him put his money in their, you know what I'm saying? Banks. They didn't say, oh no, you can never bank here again. You know what I'm saying? We don't want your money. We don't want, you know what I'm saying? The Wolf of Wall Street, this motherfucker going around here doing lectures. You know what I'm saying? So
Jordan.
tell me that he ain't got a bank. Tell me the Wolf of Wall Street ain't got a motherfucking bank account.
Mm,
You get what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
come on now. So um they make the rules up as they go when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, moving the goalposts, so to speak, as you say. But no, fuck moving the goalposts. They moved the stadium when it come to us.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
even gonna move the goalposts. We're gonna pick the whole stadium
It
up and move
changed the
the
whole construct though.
you know what I'm saying? So um man, I just wish the brother, like you said, I wish, like you said, he probably was playing the game. He probably playing the game, he's an actor. I can make myself cry. I'm gonna get back in good. I'm trying to stay off Tubi. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Yeah,
stay off
but
Tubi.
honestly, personally, I think it boils down to they wanted, whoever they may be, wanted to get that blemish on him, like they do most of the other ones that's not as careful as maybe a Denzel or Samuel L. I mean, even Samuel L. Jackson, but I mean, he owns the fact that he used to be an addict. But Denzel really is the only one beyond reproach because they have pinned Morgan Freeman for marrying his step granddaughter or something like that.
Mhm.
I mean, they be trying to get that stain. Forrest
Well,
Whitaker and Denzel, I think they're the only clean ones.
was Eddie Griffin said, "You don't leave Hollywood without that scarlet letter." Remember he said that? I'm
Yeah, that
paraphrasing.
blemish. Yeah, yeah.
You don't leave. He said, think about it. Anybody, you ain't leaving unscathed in this motherfucker. It's gonna be
Yeah,
something
we got a very small chosen handful. Viola
Yeah,
Davis,
like
Denzel.
either you play ball or you gonna, you know what I'm saying? We got something for you. So
Hey, because
um,
Denzel's name wasn't on that Epstein Island shit.
no. Oh no. I mean I just never got that from Denzel. Denzel, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I can, you know what, I'm glad I can proudly say Denzel, he seemed like he stand on business. He's a solid brother, you know what I'm saying?
Always have. Mm-hmm.
Always has been, seems that way. He's put
Forrest
a lot
Whitaker
of
too.
people,
I give
he
it up
didn't
to
put a
Forrest
hell of a
Whitaker.
lot of brothers on. Um, he didn't put hella brothers on. Denzel didn't put Samuel Jackson, another one. He's spoken out against them using all these UK black actors and not using the black American actors, foundational black American. Samuel Jackson been saying that. He said, man, y'all keep going over there getting the actors, but we got tons of actors right here. Black Americans can do
Yeah,
these roles. You know what I'm saying? So um both of them are, like I say, Samuel Jackson is outspoken on things. I know Denzel is outspoken on different stances. He tries to speak where he can. Um, it's just a shame that you don't have, well, I should say they won't let uh more brothers like that into Hollywood. Um, even with like John Singleton, it seemed like they got his, even though he, I know he died of some unnatural causes. Rest in peace, John Singleton. But it seemed like they was kind of trying to get, either it's like they was doing the second get your ass, or they was like,
you
I don't
said
know,
trying to get him out the paint.
I don't know if they, pay. I don't know this, y'all. Legend. I don't know if they paid John Singleton off. Said, "Motherfucker, drink the Kool Aid here." With, you know what I'm saying? Calm that boys in the hood shit down. You know, um,
Yeah, just a little perpetuation here.
so because Snowfall, that dude Idris, he's another UK. I mean,
Oh,
you
damn
look,
sneakers, yeah.
all the actors in South, all the people that act in LA and from South Central, you couldn't get no brother from there to play Franklin. Come on,
You
man.
know,
Come on, man. I'm just saying. That's like if we in the UK, let's say me and you were filmmakers, swag, and say, you know what, we want to go over to Brixton, to the UK for the brothers at Brixton. And we want to do a movie about Brixton. But guess what we doing? We bringing all actors from Indiana,
get,
America,
get,
right?
get Ronnie
Over
Boo
there,
in
right?
there.
Over there to play them. So we tell, hey, y'all go in Brixton Hood and get to see how they like it. And we want y'all to act that. They would be mad as fuck. Like, damn, why you ain't get no shit? There's some of us that's here that do acting, and we
Like,
could
we
do
have Shakespearean trained actors.
right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that is a big thing in Hollywood. I know Taraji has been on, talking about, um, the pay, which is evident. She get paid way less. Not only her, a lot of the brothers, get paid less too. But she even called out, everybody been, oh, the color purple, the color shit. Taraji calling that out. They had them driving rental cars to the
No,
set.
no, they had them renting their own cars.
Renting their own, and no food. And no food. And this is what, 100 million, and this is an Oprah Winfrey joint, $100 million film, and they ain't got craft services, they ain't got
That's
no
called, that's
driver.
called that's called meager accommodations.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't even send an Uber to get. They didn't even send them an Uber. They didn't
You
say.
know?
They didn't even say. You know what? We just get them an Uber back and forth or whatever. And I'm not talking about a regular Uber. They didn't even give them a regular Uber because you know how you can get the elite
Yeah,
Ubers
the
where they're like
Uber Black.
premium,
Yeah.
right? The premium cars. They didn't even get them the regular smuggler. Like rent
Yeah,
your own
what a
shit,
great look,
nigga. You
man.
better tour
I mean,
over
that's
this.
just taking L's, but when you start taking L's for that bread, it snowballs.
And
I'm not in that field. I have great admiration and great respect for anybody in that field, but that sounds like a tough haul, boy.
it is, and shout outs to Taraji too, man, because I've met her
Yeah,
before.
Sister Taraji.
Yeah, I met Sister Taraji before. Real good sister, and you know what I'm saying, real down to earth, cool. Not arrogant or hung up or nothing like that. This is back when she was on Empire, when she was Cookie. Now I met her,
Cookie
and
lines.
yeah, man.
Boo boo kitty.
Yeah, man. I had did some extra work, and that set did smell. It was a funny smell on that set. I just couldn't put my finger on what it was.
Is it a little
Uh,
earthy?
it was a little, briny smelling sewage. It had a sewage smell
It
to it,
sounded like a backup smell.
a Le Boutte Funk type of smell.
He says like they was cooking kombucha and shit.
Kombucha of the ass.
You said succotash, gang.
Um, no, I'm just playing, but no, for real though. She was cool and everything, but that is crazy that somebody she was on a movie with there was a picture I put up on my page. It was a picture of her and the woman she's in a movie with, and the woman had less accolades and less experience than Taraji, and she was making, I want to say, was it 500,000 an episode on the same thing they was on, and it showed Taraji's long ass list, and then it says she made like 150 per episode on the same show. So it's like, okay, how could she have more experience and have more training and has done, been proven actors, and this person, not to say they couldn't be a damn good actress, just coming up out the cut, but you know, let's be real, she was from the dominant society and she didn't have accolades that Taraji had, but she was making double what she made. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? The shit be right in your face, man. People was like, well, maybe she was just a better. No, no. When you put resumes side by side, maybe, how some people will say, well, maybe she impressed the directors more. That's why she got paid more. No, no, that ain't how it go. Because if Angelina Jolie do a movie, she's an established actress. She's already coming in at a certain cap. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean a certain salary. She already
yeah.
coming in. She ain't got to
Her
negotiate. She
contract
ain't
is
got to.
made with a minimum
Right.
wage.
And then that's another thing I want to say. Taraji, get a new agent. Whoever your agent is sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that you didn't have, like, that should have been with the color purple. That should have been in her contract already. Like, if I was her agent, my client is not about to be driving to the set every fucking day. Y'all go provide that shit. We're not renting our own cars. You will provide this type of meal for my client. Y'all need to feed her lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or however long she gonna be on the set. Y'all need to you know, give her those meals or have somebody come bring her the meals or whatever like that. Like that would have just been negotiate. That's something that you negotiate, you know what I'm saying, with your contract, what you eat, what you won't eat, what you will do, what you won't do, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who her agent is. Um I don't, hey, I'm not an expert, but at the same time, it don't take us rocket scientists to figure out this motherfucker ain't a good agent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't
I
have your
mean,
best interest at heart.
right, man. I wouldn't if she was my client, I wouldn't even let her set on. She wouldn't even set foot on the set until you know what I'm saying. They'd be like, "Where's she at? Well, she's still at the hotel. Why? Well, y'all didn't send no
I
car.
mean, she told us her first gut was not to do it, but she just
You
wanted to
know."
be part of something bigger. She should have stuck with her gut.
See, and that's the thing. We always told y'all, come on, black folks, be bigger than that. Come on. Why we always got to take the moral high ground, as brothers
Yeah,
say,
yeah. Take the L in good faith.
right? Y'all, come on, now. Take the L in good faith, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, But shout out to Taraji, man. I hope she get her paper.
Yeah,
I hope things
you know.
change. But yeah, man. My thoughts on The Color Purple, I guess, that movie, the musical came. Never really a big fan of it because I knew it was like, even as a kid, when the first one came out, like my grandmother and mother was acting funny about it. So I knew it was something that wasn't good. Like it was like pushed to me like it really wasn't something for kids and it wasn't something that was good. So when I finally got to take a chance to take a look at the film, I could understand a lot of, or identify a lot of, I can understand why certain a lot of women empathize with the film, because it's like this film is kind of like a divider in our community, a gender divider. So it's like it calls out to the women who have experienced some type of assault or some type of mistreatment. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the thing is that even though that's in there, the biggest backdrop to that shit is okay, we black women, we getting big treated bad by a black man, so let's turn to other black women. So it's almost like a black man's lesbian stud film. And actually, it don't even put black females in a good light to me, honestly. Not that I just think it's a
yeah. I
man-hating
mean, it
film.
kind of puts them in a subservient type role, you
It's
know,
right, like the backdrop to that
like the
whole shit.
downtrodden, you know.
Right, like, oh, poor downtrodden black woman. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of make the black woman looks weak. And then the backdrop to that shit is um sharecropper after slavery is the racism at the time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because that's what home I mean the Mister, that was his character. He was damn basically a sharecropper. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Had got his people, his I guess maybe his master, they freed him, gave him some land or something like that. But it was the
But
way the
but to be honest, for me, it was exactly the opposite. The way it was brought to me and the way I processed it, because I mean, my mom was in the Oprah hive, you know, and so I mean, we got to see that on the loop, kind of like, you know, we memorized the lines of that, you know, like it was Friday, you know, and then you know, looking back at it, you know, knowing what I know now, you know, I can see, and nobody really is begging to see that over a music album type shit, you know.
that's a trauma movie. And then the thing you got to think about this too. The woman who wrote it is a black woman, Alice Walker, but this is a black woman who, quote unquote, is a black feminist. And if you know anything about feminism, you can't be a black feminist. You know why? Because feminism was made for white women. And when the whole feminist movement kicked off, they wasn't thinking about the white women. What kicked the feminist movement off was the fact that the white men had let black men vote, and the white men women was like, y'all letting these niggas vote over us. You know what I'm saying? They were. It was almost the feminism movement in America was almost a outcry to say, how could you let these niggas vote and not your women vote? You get what I'm saying? Like y'all treating us, a nigga is better than a white woman? What? He gets to vote and we don't? You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
look, the people who started, you got the Susan B. Anthony's. These are suspected white supremacists. Susan B. Anthony. What's the lady who started Planned Parenthood?
Oh
Margaret Sanger.
yeah,
Margaret Sanger. That's another one who's part of that whole feminist movement. So it's always scratches my head when I hear black women talking about I'm a feminist. You can't be a feminist because they don't include you in their movement. It's a white woman's movement. So because when it all boils down, well, you still in the same boat as black men.
hey,
You
you
get what
said
I'm saying?
that's oxymoronic than the Sam, huh?
Right. You're still in the same boat as us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, I mean, the white man don't mind, like they said, the white man don't mind having black women around because that doesn't intimidate him.
Mhm.
It's like shit. Oh, I can fuck these bitches. I can fuck them. I can do what I want them. I can abuse them. I can treat them like you know what I'm saying. That's not a threat. What's a threat is when a brother like us come. Then it's mano y mano. Oh shit, what I'm gonna do? Because then he could beat me. My women really want him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even this is something I learned today too, that and I didn't think about during slavery. Like people always look at Well, there was it's always a narrative that black men, when you talk about interracial relationships, it's always the black men going for white women, black men going. The funny part is that whole interracial shit kicked off with white men and black women because on the plantation, remember the master could go down to the slave quarters and go get who he want. Now we always laugh about and say maybe the master's wife was messing with the Buck brothers or whatever, but a lot of times that didn't happen so much. Not that it didn't happen, but that didn't happen so much because you had evidence that the master went down to the slave quarters because the black women they was getting pregnant.
Yeah,
That was the evidence, and
the
guess what?
children, yeah.
Them kids didn't get no. The kids got the same fate as the slave woman that the master was raping. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it even the whole Loving trial, the whole Loving interracial thing, that was so supposed to be a black woman with a white man. You know what I'm saying? So it that just goes to show you that a lot of times when it comes to that, that's why a lot of black sisters, y'all need to, really be, like once again, I date who you want. I am like, oh, hey, it's all good. Just like you say, don't wake up, you know what I'm saying, a bed witch and shit. Um, or if your brother don't wake up a coon.
Uh-oh.
But it's just you have to be cognizant of certain things. And the thing about that movie, you have to ask yourself, why was that movie even dropped? Why would they drop a movie like that? You notice they don't have a problem dropping movies showing us in a bad light. Now, when they have a movie showing us in a strong light, that's a movie they kind of. That's why a lot of times they really don't like the whole Malcolm X movie. When that Malcolm X movie came out, I know you. When that Malcolm X movie came out with Denzel, and
Mhm.
that shit was not.
Yeah,
That's
he
why he
should
didn't
have
win.
got a
That's why he didn't win an Oscar for
second.
that shit.
Yeah.
They no, hell no. We don't want to see you in looking strong. Because think about it, when we look strong to our women, we look strong to our kids, and then we are, what I'm saying, unified. We like, okay,
Built
damn,
up, yeah, from
yeah,
within.
man. They don't. So, okay, let's put this hit piece out. Like everybody say, oh man, he was beating Sealy, and he was doing this, and he was doing that. But the thing is that, and then Oprah's character, the backdrop to all that was the white folks that was there running shit the whole time.
Yeah.
But we just trained to zero in on this black man and black woman divide. Why is he beat? And
Yep, they go into town and their heads is down, ain't it?
just like Mister, nobody knows his backstory. I'm not saying that what he was doing was right, but you gotta even with the most diabolical white character, they always give you a backstory. Look at Jeffrey Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer movie that came out. They almost made Jeffrey
Man,
Dahmer
that
goddamn.
glamorized shit, man.
Right, they made this motherfucker look like a saint damn near. Like you almost want to make you feel sorry for him.
Yeah, they gave him redeeming qualities and shit.
There you redeeming quality. There you go, swag. That's his thing, redeeming qualities. So with Mister, he had the redeeming quality was when he saved up the money and went and sent for the kids and the sister at the end, and they show him way yonder in the back. That nigga way out yonder in the
You say
field,
way out in the prairie.
just look doing one of these. You know what I'm saying? He with the same hat I had on and shit. But he
I
was out
know.
there,
He was right on cue with them.
you know. I'm just saying they didn't give the brother no redeeming quality. And maybe they did in the book, because I've never read the book. I've heard the book is, what I'm saying, worse actually. I heard the book was worse, but
Yeah, the
it
books
just made it
books
seem
leave
like.
a lot more to the imagination.
And then too, look, remember Oprah's character, they made her husband look weak, another representation. So he's a weak black man. Like when she
Heart
was like,
for
oh,
him, Katt.
right, go take my kids. Like, nigga, you go take my kids. I deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It will
Like,
beat Harpo's ass in a minute.
right. It's always you can always make money in Hollywood making a black man look bad. That's what I'm gonna say. If it's a movie about making us look bad, putting us in a dress, that motherfucker going platinum. But actually, right now, just to be on some real shit, the Color Purple movie it started off good, but now it's flopping. So they said the movie is flopping. I'm reading an article now saying that the movie I think the first day sales was like big, and then after the first day, it started to go down and down and go down. I think it's made only a total of like maybe 25 million, and I
Yeah,
think the movie cost 100 million, and they only made like 25.
and that's a sign for it not being a rewatchable thing. I mean, even the one from the 80s was rewatchable because it was made with like Ocean's 11 type cast, and now
Mhm.
they got, it's still a good cast, but it ain't the same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. It's just like the remixes don't work. A lot of time these remix, like that's a
It,
movie,
it rarely works.
like yeah, that's a movie they shouldn't even. I know they said, well, it's the musical. I mean, who makes a
Yeah,
music like?
yeah, they might as well have just I ain't gonna say regurgitate, but they should have just recreated the movie and have people acting in there and really giving their art, because you got the lady Dinwiddie who played Emmett Till's mom. She could have gotten her acting back. I mean, if they was gonna do it, they shouldn't have just tried to rebrand it as a musical because ain't
Mhm.
nobody on that.
That's like that musical Slave Play. Like, who the fuck wants to go see some shit? Like, put it this way.
You said the Hamilton game.
Yeah, it's like our trauma is always on display, and it's like exploited, and it's like, but this one is under the guise of, this is what this tells me. Like, even it's like people, older people. I guess it's older people who haven't seen it have said they're like, well, damn, I didn't know they had so much lesbian, no, so much LGBTQ stuff in the movie. And the old one did have that in there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was
Uh,
kind of suggested, but I mean, it was like only an on-screen kiss. But that book, boy, that book was something.
yeah, man. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. They put it this way. For me, that's not a good push on the sisters. Okay, so this is, you got to look at the writer, Alice Walker. She's supposed to be a black feminist. I don't know. I by her writing this, that makes me feel like she doesn't have a good relationship with her father. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when people ain't got
You said daddy issues.
the hell, that's hell yeah. A lot of times when women, a lot of times black women especially, don't have a good relationship with their father, or don't have any good male black men figures in their life, or haven't been around none, they have a tendency to hate black men on the low, subliminally have a hate or a disdain, or you know what I'm saying, or a
Yeah, just
disdain,
that
or a
definitely.
content for, you know what I'm saying, like it's a
Just
lot
hard
of
feelings in general.
sisters
Yeah,
like that. Right. It's a lot of sisters like that. And I'm not saying that that's like a lot of sisters don't have a reason to feel that way. Some do have a reason, but I think that's more of a case by case basis. I don't think that's a lump us all into one group as black men and say, hey, we are toxic, we bad fathers, we this, with that. When the numbers actually tell you different. Because remember, the numbers tell you black fathers are we more in our kids' life than white fathers. The statistics say that. That's just not me saying that shit. We did a show where they polled white women, and they said if their kid was lost, who would you tell your kid to go find? And all of them said a black man came in first, because they said black men, we're less likely to be child predators, because that's not usually especially in foundational black American culture, that's not our culture. You know what I'm saying? If like you said, if it's going on and we don't know about it, that's fucked up. But when we find out about it, Uncle Chester or Uncle Chuck, whoever he is, somebody go get their ass whooped. And that's just real. That's how it go. We don't play that shit. We do not play that and not to say it doesn't happen, because that was one of the backdrops of Color Purple. That was some shit, you know what I'm saying? There was some incest and some, but you have to look where it comes from. You always have to look. Like, a lot of times people want to. This is what. Well, I'll say this: some people can't get past the trauma to look and see where, or some people can't get past the trauma to see where the problem came from. Like me, you know how they say follow the money. I always follow all the way back. Just like when women be, oh, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, you're right, he ain't shit for what he did. But at the same time, if you read, R. Kelly was abused by his sister. So
yeah,
why nobody going in on R. Kelly? Oh, because he a man? Because since he's a boy, it's okay that a woman abused him. Oh, that ain't really abuse. You see what I'm saying? See how the difference. So when he started doing the people, oh man, ban R. Kelly. R. Kelly ain't shit. And I agree, he shouldn't be anybody underage he mess with, he wrong for that. Now, all the women that was 30 and over talking about, oh, I'm, you was a groupie, you was grown. So I don't feel
Yeah,
sorry for you. You had a choice. But my thing is this, like, why nobody look at just like even me with like when people say, oh, I'm this or that, I always look and say, okay, why did you become that? Why did why did he start doing this shit? It's like tackle the I want to tackle the problem. I don't
yeah,
want to put a band-aid on the problem and say, hey,
yeah.
it's
You gotta
normal.
unpack that shit.
Everybody, let's just act like it's normal. Uncle Terrence, come here. Auntie Terrence, come here. Everybody wants to act like it's normal.
He's an
Auntie
auntie.
Auntie Terrence, come here. That's my Auntie Terrence. Everybody want to act like it's
He's
nobody wants to
the
get.
Charles.
Nobody want to have a one-on-one with Uncle Terrence, Auntie Terrence, and ask him how the fuck did he become Auntie fucking Terrence? That's what I'm saying. And then when you say that, people will look at you like you're wrong, or you're not, you're heartless, or you when you really trying. That's having a heart. Like shit. Well, if that happened to him, then why did it happen to him? Okay, we need to get to the root of the problem so this doesn't happen to anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have these problems because it's a lot of this shit ain't happening in on happy grounds. Like
Yeah,
a lot of people ain't doing the dish like, come on, yeah, I want it. A lot of people ain't doing that. Just
yeah,
like Katt said in his interview, rape, no matter who it happens to, is bad, whether it's man, woman, or whatever circumstance. It's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So family, we really got to we all I'm just saying with Color Purple, look at the problem. Mister was beating her up and doing all this shit. Was he getting his ass whooped and beat by his master?
shit. My
Hmm.
father.
Right. And his father was a slave, so wasn't his
Yeah,
master doing that to him?
yeah. He was putting it on directly.
A lot of the reasons we say a lot of people, a lot of the people a lot of the reasons people say that we or our ass or, our grandparents whooped us was from slavery. That's the reason we got whoopings because they say, oh, the slave, it passed down. They saw the master doing it. I'm gonna give you a whooping. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say that, like they saw the master whooping our ancestors. Then when the ancestors got on the end, they started whooping mother. That shit just carries on and carries on and carries on. To now, if you give out a whooping, you looked at it as like, ooh, you giving a whooping?
Shit,
Like,
you might need to go to jail.
hell yeah, we motherfucker see you whooping the kid, they gonna call child protective
Yeah, I
services.
remember. I remember one time, Miles, my younger son, had spit on my brother, and Danny came and told me, and I went and I gave Miles a spanker right in the front yard, and some guy was in a pickup truck, seen it, and stopped. He was ready to put him up with me. And
Damn.
I said, come with it. If it wasn't for my brother who started shouting that because he never saw my brother, not even us, because it was two of them in the truck that was ready to take me on. But when they
Wow.
heard Danny, they just pulled off. But yeah, man, this before Adrian Peterson ruined it for all of us. But
Yeah. You say yeah, AP got caught. Yeah, he sure did.
yeah,
Hell yeah, he ruined it for the brothers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Nothing to take care because those matters of any kind of trauma related sexually are traumas, man, and they should be handled delicately. You know what I'm saying? And we're not making fun of that or nothing like that. However, you always just the way my brain think. I want to know why why is this happening? When I go back, you got to go back. Oh, such and such. Like I said before, a lot of people I know who are into that community that I know, a lot of them that I know, as friends and passing and say, okay, when I ask them, because I'm a curious person, like, okay, how did you get like this? You know what I'm saying? I ain't like this, so how the fuck you get like this? And they all tell me a lot. I say I haven't met one yet that didn't tell me something happened to them. But usually, generally, they be like, man, when I was younger, man, motherfucker, something happened to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just leave it at that. Something happened to me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then they'll say, man, I don't want to be like this. I wish I wasn't like this. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is what it is. This is my
yeah.
lifestyle.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
they say hurt people hurt people.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? there you go. But shout out to that community, man. Hey,
Salute.
shout out to y'all, brothers and sisters out there. I ain't part of y'all community, but shit, goddamn it, love. But anyway, well, I got the shirt on. Well, no, I got the blueberries, no, saucy,
He said represent.
saucy blue, slushy blue shirt on. No, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think. If you're gonna watch The Color Purple, you need to go into with that mindset of characters, because, like I said, when the characters don't look like us, then they look like Terry Bradshaw. It's always a backstory. You know what I'm saying? It's always a backstory to shit. Well, he beat those kids because he used to be a rodeo wrestler and this, and then you get a little tear like, well, damn, that's fuck. Or he lost his daughter. Oh, damn, that's fuck. Or he did, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to us, it's just, yo ass, a bitch, eat the cake, anime. You know what I'm saying? Eat the cake, anime. Like, damn, we just monsters out this motherfucker, right? Joe Jackson in the movie, they made him a monster. Ike Turner, they made shit. Even Tina Turner came out and said, like, damn, they embellished that shit. I didn't do all that.
It wasn't all that deep.
I wasn't doing me like that, goddamn.
But it
So,
makes for a great story, though, right?
right. So, you have to be cognizant of certain things. As they say this year, this is a year we all should be guarding our mind for what things we take in. So, whatever you take in, go into it with a researching mind. Going into it with, like, okay, I'm looking at this. Okay, but why is this? You know what I'm saying? Always get those why factors in. That'll get you closer to your answer. But Swag, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Close up shop, man. You got any last words for the people?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you got in your bag to start the year out. He's the pistol virtuoso.
Hey, we can. We've been on, we been on a little hiatus here and there. I have been getting tired out
Yeah,
a little bit.
a little holiday
Take a break,
fun. Yeah,
but yeah, glad we could be
back in
back
the
with y'all.
saddle though. Salute, y'all.
Definitely hit the like and subscribe button. Donations are always welcome, and sharing this on your social media is always welcome too. And until the next time, my man, Big Swag, your boy KZL, Weekend High Podcast. We out this piece.
Salute.
BSIDE.